Okay, we are
Okay,
live.
we are live.
Let's
Welcome,
say the next.
everyone.
Well,
Yes,
welcome. Goodness,
welcome,
goodness.
welcome
Scared me for a
everyone.
second. Scared me for a second, lady.
Yeah, welcome everyone to another Facebook Live with Dr. Nelva Bryant. My name is Greta Russo, and of course, this is Dr. Bryant. Dr. Bryant, why don't you introduce yourself to everyone?
Hi there, everyone. Thanks for following and listening in today. I'm Dr. Nelva Bryant. I'm a veterinarian, and I work in the airline industry. I work full time with Delta Airlines. I've been there on staff, well, not clinical vet, but on staff veterinarian since around, say, July 2018. Brought on staff to help review and revise policies for animal transportation. And I've been doing that for the past few years. During the pandemic, I developed When Pets Fly because of the role that I have and the insight that I have. I see some things that can be done to ensure animals get to their destination safely. That can be done on the shipper side. So on your pet owner's side, animal shipper, some things that you can do to kind of improve to ensure that a positive outcome. So I developed When Pets Fly for that reason. Been working with Greta these past few years, and it was Greta's idea to start doing these Facebook Lives. And it was our way to kind of share information, different stakeholders within the pet travel industry, or just different folks we've met over these past few years that have that can benefit our pet owners and veterinarians alike. So that's what, as far as these Facebook Lives, that's the purpose of them. And Greta, introduce yourself, please.
Well, my name is Greta Russo, and I work with Dr. Bryant at When Pets Fly in doing our marketing and helping us get the word out and the message out about how to better transport animals safely and getting them from their destination on in cabin or in cargo. So it's been definitely a fun journey, and I'm so excited to be here.
She
So
is you are a resident pet owner, as you always say, and you're
yes,
our resident cat owner, because me personally, I'm a dog person. So she helps chime in to represent the cat population, basically, because it's unfortunate, Greta, it's unfortunate. Cats don't get the same exposure or they just don't get the same as dogs. Everyone loves a dog. Man's best friend is a dog. You never hear it say man's best friend is a cat or anything like that. But either way, cats kind of get the short end of the stick, I think, unfortunately. But they're very important. And I've had two in my lifetime. Again, I'm a dog person, but again, you love cats, and we should start sharing more information about cats. So thank you for representing that part of our pet population.
absolutely. Actually, I started in the pet industry 10 years ago, and where that was really, really true. There has been changing trends towards cat ownership, where it's almost equal, almost 50-50. I think it's high 40% versus, or 40% versus like low 50s for dogs, and then other animals after that. But people are more and more getting into cats because of the flexibility and freedom that you can get with cats. Mm-hmm. Not to say that you should or could leave cats alone forever, but cats do have allow pet owners some time to themselves. But they are very much cuddle bugs, just like dogs are. They're just not as rambunctious about it. So
right. Well, that's good. I'm glad. Well, let's see. I'm trying to think. You have upcoming soon. You're going to be going to Super Zoo, which is outstanding. Also, we have met some really amazing people, and we'll introduce some folks today that represent the pet industry and different aspects of it, as far as just advertising and just really actually learning more about different folks in the pet industry. So you want to talk a little bit about that, or what are your thoughts on that?
Sure. So for people who aren't aware, Super Zoo is there's several conferences every month throughout the year in the pet industry, but there's two that is the one everybody tries to make it to, and Super Zoo is one of them. And it's an opportunity to see, number one, new and upcoming products and services in all facets of the pet industry, as well as the mainstay companies that have always been out there. So it's definitely a huge networking opportunity within the pet industry. So I'm really excited to go so that we can make new connections and all of that good stuff. So everyone will get to see a lot of social media exposure, at least from my end, as well as other attendees. Things I'll definitely shine a spotlight on things that we found in particular to pet travel, and do a quick shout out on IG Live and all that good stuff, or Facebook Live. Everyone look out for that. But when the next time that we meet, after I get back, I'll definitely talk about a little bit more and give people a quick report on what things are out there that is pertinent to the pet travel industry.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's good. But as far as Super Zoo, again, well, you probably know more about it. Honestly, I think you do know more about it than I do, because you've been in that sector. Our good friend Nancy Hassel always would ask me. She asked if I felt if I was a member of the pet industry, and to be honest with you, I don't know why, I never really thought veterinarians were within that industry, but they do. Or if they're not, we actually need to start merging within the sectors, because if you're dealing with animals, with your pets, it shouldn't just be veterinary industry and then the pet industry. We've got to start uniting and sharing information, because the animals are going to benefit in the long run in reference to that and everything. So, but that's just my thoughts on there.
Yeah, it's all one industry with different genres within it. Veterinarian is definitely one of them, and probably one of the bigger ones. And then there's, all the different retail, not to mention the different other services that pertaining to health that is in there. So the pet industry is the blanket, I would think, and then everybody else is just underneath that. I think more and more people are getting more into reaching out and collaborating and extending hands across the table to one another, where before everybody was in their own corners. So I definitely agree that there should be more lifting each other up, helping each other out, and all of that good stuff, which is a lot of the premise behind our Facebook Lives, bringing people and introducing them to our audience who are interested in animal travel related information.
Right. Definite. Well, good. I mean, this is great. I do think, and I am happy that I've kind of personally connected more into the pet industry in a lot of ways. Like I said, past couple weeks back, attended a session or meeting where we connected more with folks locally in the pet industry, and it was very nice seeing it and knowing it. I do know I've presented in the past at Groomed, which is, I guess, part of these summits that I guess they're similar to Super Zoo. Locally here in Atlanta, we have Groomed. It's a conference that's based for groomers, basically, which is interesting. And I've actually presented there some veterinary topic at this location, and got really a lot of feedback saying that they need more of that. So our veterinary involvement within, again, different sectors in the pet industry definitely are needed, and it's going to benefit the animal and the welfare of animals in the long run. So it's really important. So, yeah. Yeah,
absolutely. You can never get enough information, and with information constantly changing in the industry, and the pet industry is just evolving so quickly. There's a need to continue communication with everyone and across the board.
Definitely.
We should be bringing on our guests now, but
Yeah.
I see that they're not quite ready. So,
No,
she is
actually,
there.
she's fine. Eugenia's fine. She said Jabari is not going to be able to make it with us today. He had a business call, so it's just going to be Eugenia.
Okay, that's not a problem. Do you know if she's ready for us to pull her up?
Yes.
Okay,
I think so.
okay.
Yes.
Um,
Hey there.
Hi, Eugenia.
Can't hear
We
you.
can't hear you.
You are. I see it. You're on mute.
There we go. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Well, everyone, today is a little different in our format, so it's not like us to not wing it from before. So since I don't have a introduction to read about Eugenia, Eugenia, let's just start off with you explaining to everyone who you are, what your business is, and how you serve the pet community.
Awesome. No problem. I'm Eugenia. I am the co-founder and CEO of Paw Social. We are a social media / marketplace. So if you love pets, if you want to just show cute pictures of your pets, we have the social media side. And if you are a pet-based business who's looking for another avenue to sell your products or services without having to pay all the expensive advertising fees, that's what Paw Social platform is for. We are all about building community. We're all about, especially building the pet community, and we're about building small to mid-sized businesses. And so with most businesses, it's expensive to pay for marketing. I don't know if anyone out there has paid over $10,000 trying to get marketing, but it can be very expensive. And we understand as business owners ourselves. I had a small startup before in the cosmetics industry, but it was very expensive to get it off the ground. So we want to support businesses, especially in the pet sector, and have them come on our platform and market directly to their niche without having to break it up.
Okay, so just to understand, Paw Social, is it a physical community where you go and meet up and stuff like that, or is it an online community? What do you mean by community?
So it's actually both. So on Paw Social, we are online community, but we do have a space where you can host events. So if you do want to have a physical connection with other users or even with us, we'll be hosting events soon. But it is an online community, and we do have a feature where you can make those events physical. Meet up with other users and have parties. Birthdays, dog events, cat events. We've been invited to some parties.
Okay, so is it a social community or is it a business networking community?
So, I mean, it's social media. With social media is social networking and it's used for business. And we've implemented that from what we've seen with other platforms. I mean, at this point, social media is more than just being social. Social is an aspect to it, but we also use it to market, and we used it to further our businesses. So, Paul Social is no different. We are a community for people to just hang out, talk, connect, but we do have a business aspect as well. So you can market to your fans. You can market to the people that are on there that you may have services or products that may be traditionally harder to find on other platforms like Instagram per se, or, sometimes Facebook, because you do have to be part of a group or you may have to get a recommendation. We've made it easier where you can just come on our platform. Everyone is there for pets. So you just put your product or your service out there and they have at it.
Okay,
And so,
fantastic.
yeah. So, question for you then. Who? Let's see. What area? Like, let's see. What aspects of the pet industry are members of this? I mean, is it groomers? Is it transportation? Pet travel for me. Is it? Tell me all the different sectors that can come together on your platform.
So right now, our biggest group that we work with would be groomers. We actually have people who do auctions on our site as well. They auction like horses and different things like that. So we have some auctioneers on there. We do have people who it's called a walking trainer, but she actually owns a business, and her business is to educate people on what your rights are renting, how to have your pet be deemed as an emotional support pet. And so we have different areas of the pet industry on there. We have a little bit of everything, but I would say the majority of the people that are on there are groomers or people who make farm to table food for your pet, 100% fresh farm to table food for your pets. Those would be the two biggest that we have on the platform.
Okay. Wow. Um, again, you're wishing to grow. I imagine that you're wishing to grow it even further.
Oh, 100%, 100%. We're looking, honestly, we just have a passion for entrepreneurs. We love pets. We feel like pets is something that unites us all, regardless to what language you speak. I mean, you have food and then, you have your pets. And so it's just something that we want to grow. It is a community. We don't allow any bullying, no political conversations. We want to keep it a family friendly place where people feel comfortable and coming in and just knowing that when they come on, they're going to see something they love. They're going to see something that touches their heart. And, all the other things that are on other social media platforms, they're more than welcome to have that and keep that there. But we're all about fun, family, and community on Paul Social. So we absolutely want to grow. We absolutely want to help businesses expand. Again, even if you're selling on Amazon or Facebook Marketplace, it does become quite expensive to market on those platforms. So, for a pet business, we want to create a space where people can come 100% and know what they're looking for and even stumble upon other businesses that they did not know were out there. And there are plenty. There are plenty. Even with you, Dr. Brian and Miss Greta, like even with what you do at When Pets Fly, when I found out about it, I thought that was so amazing because me as a pet owner, I've never traveled with my pet before because I mean we were always taught to have your pet at home, put them, in a have them boarded or different things like that. But I never understood what it would take to fly with a pet. So I appreciate you and Ms. Greta for doing this and having this platform because you're letting people know that there's so much you can do. You just need to be properly informed.
Mm-hmm. No, thank you. No, that's good. There's so many things, honestly, that when you're owning pets that you just never really realize you need help with, or you just assume it's simple, but things can be complicated. Definitely with pet travel, it's a little bit complicated as far as things. But there's different other things too that I'm sure you mentioned. You have someone on there that talks about renting and getting pets, stuff like that. One question on that is, how do you know? Because gosh, on Google, there's a lot of companies when it comes to emotional support animals that are not. They're kind of fraudulent in a way. So how do you ensure that they're a legitimate company and they're doing it the right ways? Do you have things in place to ensure that?
Yes. So me and my co-founder, believe it or not, we spend hours and hours actually vetting these businesses ourselves. We have not hired a single person to vet anybody that uses our platform because that is something that is really important to us to make sure we don't have people in there, for lack of better terms, scamming.
Yeah.
Any of our users at any capacity. We've had banned people from our platform. We have no problem doing that. If you cannot respect the space that is just for pets, or you're, a pet related business that is about doing business the right way,
Mm-hmm.
we have no problem banning that. We are very strict on what we allow, and we do protect our users because coming to a safe environment where you don't have to second guess all the time and try to, double, triple check. Like that's not what we want. We want people to know what they're getting when they come in there. So we literally have vetted every single business that we work with.
That's ourselves. Perfect. So question for you. Tell me some of the greatest things that's happened. Well, number one, how long have you been doing this? And then tell me some of the positive things that's come from developing Paw Social.
So we officially started about 2 years ago with Paul Social. We tried it in the past, very early on, back when there was only like maybe one or two social media platforms. And there were some people who felt like we were very highly competitive at the time. And so we had to put our dream on the back burner and deal with some things on the legal side. We were very young. We didn't know any better. We didn't know how to, really fight, or, we were just kids wanting to invent something. Now there's so many social media outlets out there, and the lane has opened up, so to speak. So I would say if we officially like have rebranded and did everything as far as YouTube and rocking and rolling, I would say one of our greatest achievements we have that has happened thus far, outside of working with the wonderful people in business. I'm gonna come back to that because I really want to let them know how much I appreciate them. But IBM saw what we were doing,
Mhm.
and they thought what we were doing was amazing. And in their mind, it's like we missed out on Facebook, we missed out on Instagram, we missed out on Snapchat. We're not going to miss out on Paul Social. We have to be a part of what you're doing, and we love that it's not only just a business to make money, but we're actually there's a cause behind what we do, and we're really wanting to help people along the way, as also in doing what we love to do, and that's having a business helping people. So I would say our greatest achievement so far has been working with IBM, and the fact that they recognized us.
Mm-hmm. Well, congratulations on that. That's awesome.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Mm-hmm. That is awesome. Wow. So where do you see Paul Social going in, say, good 5 years out? I mean, it's really coming to me because at first I didn't really understand when you say like a social media marketplace. It is comparable to an IG or a Facebook or something like that. So it'd be Paw Social, but when you go in there, everything is related to pets, which would be awesome. That's
Yes,
really
100%.
Mhm.
Our goal in 5 years, we want to be a household name. We want to be known worldwide for what we do. And we really owe it to all the businesses that have worked with us, even, wonderful people like you guys who have us on your platform to even give us the opportunity to speak. We really appreciate, that we really do, because people have no idea, in the pet sector, there's so many different moving parts, like you
Mhm.
said, that when you have a pet, you do not think about. And I'm guilty myself of that as a pet owner. So, another thing is like even cremations.
Mhm.
So people do not understand our pets are literally our family. And before it was a taboo subject to think about having a ceremony or a funeral or a cremation for your
Mhm.
pet. This is where we are.
Yep.
These are our family members. So it's supporting businesses like that and letting people know that it is okay to love your pet and to really treat that pet as your family in all aspects. We have pet insurance now. I even hear that there are corporations who are starting to implement bereavement for the death of a pet.
Wow.
So yeah, so I mean the pet industry is growing, and again, I owe all of our success to wonderful businesses like you guys and the ones that we work with, and really understand that there's enough space for all of us, and because we are so different and we do so many different things, we can come together and uplift the pet community and bring a lot of important conversations, to the forefront. I do plan on, creating. I have another idea of creating some affordable options, because it breaks my heart when I talk to pet owners who feel like they had to put their pet down or give their pet away because they could not afford the help that their pet needed, or they felt like they had to make a choice between, do I, pay my bills and survive for the next few months, or do I take care of my family member that I love? So it's just so many moving parts of this industry, and I'm just beyond grateful, and to even have an opportunity to sit down. I mean, like I said, when I came across you guys, you have no idea how excited I was. I was so thankful because
Thank
I'm like, they are brilliant. Like, this is amazing. Everybody should know about them.
Yeah.
Everybody should know about them.
Yeah, like I said, pet travel education is a key. Education is for everything. And let me backtrack a little bit because you said a lot right there, and it just made me pop in some things. Going back to initially, you said you were saying mortuary or services or something like that for pet owners for pets and the pet owners. My mom had a memorial service for one of our dogs a couple years back, and it probably looked crazy to folks back then because and everything. But she actually had a service. We had a minister come and say a few words because this dog touched a lot of people's lives, and my mom was really distraught when she lost her. And it went over very well. And what's wrong with that? So there needs to be a sector that focuses on that, because our pets they're not just pets, they're family. That's our fur babies. So they need, if I need to have bereavement, or if I need to have some services to take care of them, cremation, that's something within our family. All of our dogs have been cremated basically and just kept the ashes and stuff. So that could be a source for going to Paw Social. Also, going further, what you were saying as far as folks that have difficulty, sometimes even pay a bill, feed my pet. It'd be great to have maybe some pet food banks or pet food kitchens or something like that associated with it, where they can give out food for folks in situations like that. So I think it'd be great. Now I'm understanding it a whole lot more. And I think it would be great, because right now the social media apps, they'll have pet stuff, but they have everything else as well. My concern and my worry about some of the things I've seen, say on Instagram, is some folks get on there and they're giving out information they're giving out sometimes information about dogs or cats that really isn't correct. And you got to be careful of what you say to folks in your following. You might have a large following, but you could be sharing incorrect information regarding their health. I was listening to someone recently, and they were talking about foods that were poisonous to dogs. And I was like, he's saying it wasn't. I'm like, yes, it is. So it would be nice to have a network where, whatever's coming from there is vetted, and they know this is good stuff and it's true and it's valid, and everything. So, yeah.
100%. I'm a consumer.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm outside of Paw Social, I'm visiting other places. I'm buying products. I'm a customer just like anybody else. And I know exactly how I want to be treated. I know what kind of service I want to get.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that's something that's really important. My background before I even started in IT many moons ago, my start out was in customer service. And I would always get awards for delivering some of the best customer service. So that's just something that's been important to me for a long time. And you're right, there is so much information being put out here more than ever before. And sometimes it's a headache trying to sort through what is fact, what is fiction. Is this person it's like you have to be an investigator at this point sometimes when you're looking into people. And sometimes it gets kind of creepy because he's like, I don't want to have to dig this deep to find out if the information that you're giving is correct or not. So that is something that's truly important to our organization, that there is a sense of trust when working with us. And that's why, I've had people tell me, well, you're the CEO, you should kind of give that to somebody else to do. And it's like, I understand 100%. I understand, but I want people to know how passionate I am. So you're going to talk to me, how important this is. So you're going to talk to me because we want to create a safe platform. I personally, I have an IT team. I have 2 IT teams now, actually. But even with the IT teams, both of them, I still log into the platform every day to make sure I don't see things that I deem unacceptable for our platform. I do that myself. So some of the people out there, if you were banned, it was me.
Hey, I mean, again, you have to take it. You know what? I saw something fairly recently on, I think it was Facebook. It was a veterinarian that retired, and he was giving out information that was against what we do as veterinarians. And I was like, what kind of person does that? He's saying, I forget exactly what he was saying, but I was like, that's not good. You have a veterinarian that's giving out information that's against what we normally do. That sucks. That is like, wow, I don't know what. So again, so sometimes these platforms, what people do, it should be vetted. It should, don't let someone come in and go negative against, negative information. That's not good. I mean, I always say that's Dr. Google. You know, I would love to go to a source, and I always say Dr. Google because the information to give is incorrect. I would love to have a source where if I went through whatever information I found, I know good stuff. I know it's valid. That's what we need. That's what everyone needs.
100%, 100. You're right, and it's so frustrating because now anyone can pick up a camera, right, and get online,
Yeah.
and you can say what you want. There,
Mhm.
nobody's there, to hold you accountable for the most part. So again, that's why trust is so important for me because it's that simple. Anyone can pick up a camera, anyone, and a lot of times, some people they don't really need half the stuff they say. They just want views. They want to go viral. They want the. And my thing is, I love what I do, but that's something you will not get from Paul Social. We're not going to get into gimmicks and antics. We are really trying to deliver real service to people who are in need. And some of the people that we talked to, I met a wonderful lady named Stacy the other day, and Stacy broke down how much her cat that she adopted from a shelter has saved her family.
Mm.
So it's stories like that that are so touching to me and only pushes me to deliver the way that I do because I mean our again they're our family and they do have an effect on people's lives. They have changed people's
Mhm.
lives. So the last thing I would want to do is to put someone on a platform or give someone, attention for them to eventually just cause pain in someone's life, because I didn't do my due diligence. So
Mhm.
that's just something that's important to me.
I like that. I like that. Okay. Greta, you got any thoughts? We've been talking, 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 and you've been quiet, lady.
No, I was going to just ask what inspired you to create Paul Social?
It was a lot of things that happened, a lot of things, but in a nutshell, there was a situation. Well, me and my co-founder both had situations kind of around the same time. And so, two parts. The first part is I'm a parent. We're both parents. And so it's important for us to feel like you never want to tell your kid that you can't just participate in nothing and nobody because then you're the evil parent, right? So we like there needs to be a place where kids can still get online, not necessarily young children, but kind of the older age where they can get online and they can kind of socialize with people in a safe space. But at the same time, we realize we just didn't know how we would, create something like that. And then what ended up happening is I went through a very dark period in my life where I just didn't know how I was going to get through the day. And so my brother was going through a situation as well, and he could no longer take care of his pet. And me and my sister was like, he wanted to give the dog away, and me and my sister was like, absolutely not. He's part of this family. It's like if someone couldn't take care of their child, we're as a family, we're going to take care of that child. And so Max came into our life, and it was something that I didn't know that I needed. It was something that I didn't know that my children needed. And, so when Stacy was talking about how her cat changed her family, I understand that personally because my dog changed the atmosphere in my home and he brought me out of a dark depression that I thought I would never get out of, or I didn't even see an end in sight. And so, with my co-founder, him and his fiance, they had a dog that had cancer all over the body. They could not afford the surgery and they were forced to put, Ralph down. And he wasn't aware of what pet insurance was. I had knowledge of pet insurance, but and my dog ended up getting sick one day. I'm thinking like I had no idea the community I live in. I did not know that there was a pet hospital in front of that clinic. There's never any cars there. There's never anyone there. So when my dog got sick and we took him to the best place that we knew, it was nowhere near our house. And we just started to think about having a platform where we can support people in our situations by providing them real information that will genuinely have an impact on them, have an impact on their family because he lost his dog due to not having all the information. And even though I had the information, I had no idea how my dog would change my family and me on an emotional level. So we wanted to bring that together and offer that to the world and support other businesses because if other businesses animal shelters, are, helping people, helping out the community and doing different things. Like, we want to uphold those people to the highest degree because they are out here changing people's lives every day, every
Mhm.
single day.
Yeah, amazing. Oh gosh. It's interesting. Yeah, a lot of information just needs to be shared. I'll go back to what you're saying about insurance. Someone else had a little Facebook thingy, or they're talking about insurance and that their pet was ill, and they said they don't understand. I thought I had insurance for my pet to help me pay for it, but they buy these things and they never get a good explanation of what they're purchasing. You're getting insurance, but it's not like the insurance that we get for ourselves, where we have a copay or what have you. You pay it out of pocket and then you submit receipts and information and you get reimbursed. It's education on that. So just a platform to really educate folks on what you're getting and what it does. Going back to saying your neighborhood, knowing maybe there's a way you can put something, map out veterinary care, veterinary hospitals in areas or something that will be needed. I know where I live, to be honest with you, it's kind of interesting. I'm in an area where there's only one veterinary hospital nearby, and then, like, say maybe less than 5 miles away, and then that's it. You've got to go a good distance, not a far, but you have to go to the next city over to get veterinary care.
Right.
And if you want to find an emergency animal hospital, you got to research it. So there's a lot of information out there that when people really need it, it would be nice to have a source where I know, boom, this is where I go to find out what I need. And I know it's going to be valid information. So I think it's really good. It's really good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So anyone watching, please go on to the Paw Social platform, offer any, just if you sign in with your business, all profiles are free. You do not charge for that, but create your profile, go on there, because the more information that you bring to our platform, that's information that people can search. We just enabled AI on our platform. And so by adding that AI on the platform, we're putting in the information. Even if you don't have an account, we want it to get to a point where you can just search our AI. What's the nearest pet hospital near me? Who's special? Because a lot of people don't even realize you can't just go to any pet hospital. Everyone specializes in the same thing. The same way we have specializations for our body, there's specializations for them. But people have no idea. They feel like it's like a veterinarian is a veterinarian, one size fits all.
No. I mean, even with that, what I tell folks when I'm practicing, when I'm working, I'll say that, hey, I'm a generalist. Your general veterinarian, basically, almost like your primary care doctor. Now, if you think about it, you get x-rays or any other specific diagnostic test they want you to do, and I'll focus on, say, x-rays. Usually there's a specialist to read those x-rays out. Now, I can read them, but that's not my expertise area. I'm not going to even pretend it. Now, if it's a fracture, I can figure something obvious out. But if it's some details, I can't. So at Banfield, we offer a consult with a radiologist. And they wonder, well, why do you need that? You're a veterinarian. No, that's not my focal area. So you need a specialist. Same as if it was a person, your primary care doctor is not going to read that stuff out. They're going to have the specialist do it and then report back to them. So it's the same thing with pets. We need to realize that veterinary medicine has expanded beyond the routine, just private practitioner that does it all. There's so many specialty areas, and you've got to realize that with it and stuff. So to share that information is really good. Really, really good.
Exactly. There's so many, and that's why when it comes to our platform, we work with all areas of the industry, because all areas of the pet industry have something to offer, valuable information that'll benefit anyone. We're even starting to work with people in Canada as well. So again, come to the platform. Everything is free. Create your profile, share the information, because every bit of information you share, you're helping someone else who will come behind, a mom, a child, a young adult who, all they know is, hey, I have a dog and it's breathing funny. I remember when we realized that dogs had allergies. People's like, what? Like, yes, they have allergies. Dogs have allergies and they can take allergy medication. But I remember that was a big thing.
Yep.
So there's so much information. So I do welcome all businesses in the pet sector to just come and support and just share that information so we can disperse that and educate.
Oh, perfect. Hey, I want to stop and give a pause. We had someone make a comment. Can you see it on your side, Greta?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did have a comment earlier.
Do you
and I don't know.
want me to pull it up? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I guess they're responding to the fact that, again, you see anything and everything on either, the internet or different Facebook, Instagrams, just people that share information that some of it is not correct. It just makes you wonder, what the heck, It shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be allowed.
Right. Even the guy you was talking about earlier, he was like, he was just giving, and in my mind, I was thinking exactly that. Like, why is he like, what's the motivation for that?
Yeah.
Now, I would never get on a platform and admit to something that I genuinely don't know. If I genuinely don't know, I'm not. When I did my interview, for the Jeff Curley show, and they asked me who was like one of my favorite people that I work with, I mentioned you guys because I feel like information that you guys provide, and I shouted, I was like, hey, y'all need to, because this is valuable information. People want to travel all the time, and I've talked with you guys behind the scene, and you guys, they are really wonderful people. This is not for the show. They're amazing, really, really great people. And even you're welcome, of course. But even the information you guys provided, and just the conversations that we have, and I'm like, man, like these are people you can trust. They have good information that you can really use. Or if you don't particularly use it, I tell people, please pass it on to someone who has a pet. Please pass that information on, because it's more valuable than you think.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I appreciate
absolutely.
That. I appreciate that. No. Well, goodness.
Thank you I couldn't pronounce the gentleman's name, but thank you to that person on LinkedIn who sent in a comment.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was good. I'm trying to think what else, lady. Anything current that's going on with Paw Social? Actually, no, I have another question before you do that. Is this going to be something just domestically or internationally?
We're going international.
Okay.
We're going international. We're working on that. We just want to make sure that we have the proper tools in place. When we do go international, we can support that. But we're looking to very soon here go to 177 countries all over the world with the platform, and provide a space for people to be educated all over the world. And so with that, we're gearing up here. What we have coming up is we just started the Paw Social Foundation because we want to not only just have a marketplace to support businesses, but there are businesses who go through hardships. There are people who want to get their business started in the pet sector. There are people who want to get started in the tech space, and they may not know necessarily how. And so we want to create a space where we can support those businesses, whether we're giving out. We actually have two things coming up, but whether we're helping out with classes, maybe this business owner really isn't that tech savvy and may not know who they need to hire. We want to be able to help them and support that and say, hey, maybe you don't need another salesperson. You may need someone who helps like a help desk person, or someone who specializes, or this company may do it for an affordable price. That's another thing we do. We connect with businesses not only in the pet sector, but these are businesses that can be supportive, and we know that they offer good service and they're not trying to just take your money. And so there's a lot of things that we do want to help out in outside of just our platform. So we have the Paw Social Foundation coming up. So it's the pawsocialfoundation.org. Please go and support if you want to find a way to volunteer, or if you want to, give a donation, because we plan on giving all of that back into other businesses that may, need some support at the time. And also too, we're creating our own cat litter. I know, like you said earlier, cats don't get the love they deserve. And I agree. I agree. Everybody loves dogs, and but cats need love too. They need love too. And so we're creating our own tofu cat litter that will be affordable. We do know that times are, financial times can be hard for people. So we want to offer something that's affordable. We're working with local shelters now to be able to provide litter. It's environmentally friendly. It has a light eucalyptus scent to help kind of, help people that may be a little nose blind. I know some people go through medical treatments who may not necessarily be able to smell as well, or, they may not be able to change the litter as much due to potentially a disability or different things like that. So we don't want to cover up the smell, but we also don't want you to feel, like your house is just smelling like, cat all the time. So we created a litter that has a light scent. Again, it's environmentally friendly. I learned that, old school, you got your clay cat litter and, you went to work. And I did not know until not too long ago that the dust from the cat litter can be unhealthy, not only to the cat, but it can be unhealthy to the person breathing in that as well. And so, again, we want to create products that are economically friendly as well. I've done my research. Those other cat litters can be fairly expensive. And if you are a cat lover and you have maybe 9 cats, 10 cats, or, however, the price can become really expensive quick. And so we want to offer something that's affordable, that's environmentally friendly. And again, we're working with local shelters. So if someone adopts a cat, they get some free litter on us, even if you don't like it, it's free. And, just to help you get settled in with your new
Get
baby.
started. Did you say tofu?
It is. It's called tofu cat litter.
Like
yeah, no, like I said that yesterday, and the lady was like, "So I can eat it?" I said, "Don't do
no,
that.
I wouldn't suggest that.
I would not. Don't do that.
It's not suggested. Yeah.
Yes. I will make sure to put that on the label. Do not.
Yes. Not for human consumption, okay? Or even pet.
Yeah. So, but again, we want to support. We want to support people, because I've worked in nonprofit for many years. Actually, I started at 15 years old working nonprofit, and I saw, at the time, it didn't make sense to me because I was young, but I've saw people who did not even have a home, but they would do everything in their power to take care of that dog or to take care of that cat. And, I just never want a person to feel like when working with us or purchasing our products that they ever felt like they had to choose between them or, their pets. So again, we just want to create, affordable products, things that people can really use and that will, help them and benefit them.
That's awesome. Yeah. It's always touching to me too.
Well, did you?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, was there any last words that you wanted to share with everyone in regards to Paw Social?
I would just like to say with Paw Social that, again, we're a platform that we really are about family, fun, and community. We really have the heart to serve people. This is not just a business cash grab, something that sounds cool right now, and we'll be on to something else. We're really investing in the work, the people that we work with, the business that we work with, and we take what we do very seriously. So I would just say, even if you just create a profile, we are more than thankful. If you want to donate to our foundation, we're more than thankful. Any amount of attention or help that we get or spreading the word, it's just thankful. Even if someone shares this live, I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, because that's just what we want to do: put the word out and help people and build a community. Like let's build a community.
Oh yeah, I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here with us.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, thank you guys for having me. Y'all are amazing. You guys, they are so great. Y'all have no idea. They're amazing.
Thank you. We've been working hard with this, really just trying to share much information. And thanks to you again and others, we're getting definitely more exposure these past couple of months. We're really growing, so I'm really thankful for that with everything. So yeah, it's growing, definitely growing. Yep.
Dr. Bryant, did you have any last minute things that you wanted to share or even ask of Eugenia?
I don't think I have any further questions. I'm just happy you're here, and I'm happy that you really shared exactly what you're doing, and I have a better idea of everything with it. And I'm excited for you. This is something that's definitely needed. We need to finally be able to have a resource and a place to go where we know the information being shared is valid for our pet owners, because there's so much misinformation out there. So thank you for even coming up with the idea and setting forward with this. Really, really great. And I'm so excited for you that you have IBM support. So that's really wonderful.
And you guys, I just appreciate this. Just again, thank you. Like, y'all have no idea. Words, I can't even describe it.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you. And hey, I owe you. You're gonna have me on your podcast or something. We had discussed to have us there.
Yes. We are gonna have our own podcast as well. We're gonna have them on, guys. And again, it's a platform for just like what they're doing. We just want to introduce businesses, let people know what's in the area. There's more. Oh, I don't want to, shout out it, but there's more. There are other pet businesses out there outside of the major ones you see on corner. And we just want people to know that. We want people to know that they specialize in. There's one lady. She's so shy. I love her. Her name is Opal. She has the OPAWS training. She works. And some people feel like if a dog is you can talk about that, and she's letting it be known that that's not true. You can actually help train and with the proper tools to keep help a dog from being aggressive. And so it's just different people out there that we want to introduce and let people know what's in their area. If you're having a situation, these are the people to call. So yes, we do have a platform coming, you guys, and I cannot wait.
Mm-hmm. Well, good. Well, thank you for joining us.
Just to be sure, I just wanted to say, just to be sure, the platform is live, and people can sign up now and build their own profile on Paw Social and join the community, and everyone can network together and help each other grow. So I wanted to just give that last bit of a push for you.
Yes, thank you so much for that. thepawsocial.com. You can go on there right now, create a profile, network. You can find some businesses. You can message people now, and you can even use our chat box and see how to sign up. Everything is already ready and working. And log in and let's work together, everybody.
Awesome. Love it.
Absolutely.
Love it. All right. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Eugenia.
No problem. Thank you. Y'all are great.
Well, everyone, you have a great afternoon, and we look forward to seeing you on our next Facebook Live, which I believe is next Friday. So until then, enjoy yourself and be safe out there.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hold on, Eugenia.